It is with great pleasure that I welcome you to the closing ceremony of the Next Level PPP WAPPP Congress. I'm the of WAPPP, and it's my great pleasure to invite Mr. David Dodd to the stage, who will run this ceremony alongside you, Namba. I don't know how to find the right words to thank David for his ongoing support from day one as a co-founder, as one of the most generous persons I have encountered so far in my professional life. He's been absolutely incredible and essential in building this network for PPP professionals. And so it is with great pleasure, next please, that I will hand him over the moderation of this event partner recognition. But first, next, I would like to recognize this exceptional event partner that ISRC is. And for those who are not familiar with that, David Dodd is the CEO of ISRC. And it would be awkward for him to present it. So I will introduce his work. ISRC's mission is twofold. It is to facilitate the creation of people-first PPPs that enhance resilience and to integrate resilience and sustainability into all types of PPPs worldwide. ISRC has a team of globally recognized professionals ready to provide their vast experience in PPPs, resilience and economic development to enhance PPPs, resilience and sustainable economic growth. And with these introductory words, and a big thank you again for David Dodd's commitment, without whom this event would not have been possible. I'm very pleased to hand him over the moderation of this closing ceremony. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Jean-Christophe. It's great to be here with everyone. We look at WAPPP, or WAPP as we call it, we look at PPPs as much more than just a public procurement tool. We look at PPPs as being able to make life better for people in a variety of ways. And to us, that's what the next level is all about. The next level is about expanding the role of PPPs from typical infrastructure projects to other types of projects that can help people have better lives around the world. And I think this pandemic showed us very clearly that we need to be able to work together, and that the public sector can't do it alone and the private sector can't do it alone. It's going to take working together. And that's what WAPP is about. That's our mission. And I think the past 3 days, we've seen these values of transparency, equality, viability, stakeholder engagement, sustainability, and resilience highlighted through the main stage sessions on investment, gender equality, investor regard for the next level PPPs, future proofing, and the roles of NGOs and civil society. And those sessions all took deep dives into those critical issues. And then we had the regional sectorial and thematic chapter sessions, which delved into those issues in a deep level and encouraged interchange and forming of relationships. We are certainly very grateful to all of you for attending. We are not owned by our leadership. We are a member organization, and we need you. And if you've joined, get involved. If you haven't joined yet, please join. We want to do many, many more events like this and other enlightening activities that raise the profession and raise the profile of PPPs so that we can say at the end of the day, we've done something productive to help the world. There's a really, really long list of people that we could thank, but I'll just try to keep it short. And first, thank the team that put this together, led by Jean-Christophe and Ziad, who worked tirelessly day and night, and other members of the team who did the same. The other group that deserves a lot of praise is the steering committee of WAPP. everyone in the steering committee was involved in putting this together. And so thanks you. And the executive committee, where it all started, who, again, every member of the executive committee was deeply involved in this. But we also certainly have sponsors that step forward that deserve our thanks and praise. And I'd like to start with our title sponsor, Anserata, represented by Andy Potter. And Andy will speak for 2 minutes about Anserata. Go ahead, Andy.
Thanks, David. Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Great. Well, first of all, let me just say congratulations to everyone who's worked so hard to create truly a world-class conference, and I think probably one of the best conferences that I've experienced since the start of this pandemic. So well done. I know it's been a monumental effort. Anserata are really, truly proud to be title sponsors of this event and excited to see how this continues to grow over the next few years. So just a little introduction to Anserata. We are a cloud software as a service technology platform business, a global company based out of Australia. And really our mission is to help millions of people fulfill their potential. A strange vision for a technology company. By people, we could also say governments, project teams, organizations to fulfill their potential. But the reality is those projects are led by people. And very often those people, without realizing it, end up living with a level of reputational risk, inefficiency, and stress that's no longer required. Professor spoke earlier of zero tolerance on corruption. And how do you do that? How do you prove that if you're sharing documents via email or via file sharing systems and you have no security once the document's downloaded? How do you prove who it's been seen by? You can't. And that's why Anserata is being used to support $4 trillion. You can go to the next slide, David. $4 trillion of fundraising and deals. We've been used on $500 billion of infrastructure and PPP projects. And you can jump to the next slide, David. And really to reduce risk, increase efficiency, and really support confident decision-making when you're dealing with critical outcomes. That is the information governance platform that Anserata provide. I've had a lot of people ask me over the last few days if they can see a demo of the platform. And so in 2 weeks, on the 30th of June, I'm going to run a live demo to show people how we've been used to support PPP preparation and the full life cycle of tender management better than the way in which people do things at the moment with those tools. So I'll send out an email and a LinkedIn post and invite everybody from this conference to join me in 2 weeks' time to see how people have used us in that context. I'm also in the lounge until 5 o'clock today. And thank you so much. We're so proud to be associated with this event. Thank you to all the speakers. You've been fantastic. And stay safe until we can meet in person. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Andy. Really appreciate that. And yes, I neglected to thank the speakers who themselves put a lot of time and effort in these excellent presentations. So thank you very much for that. Our featured sponsor is PPP Training Online, represented by Andre Kruger. Andre?
Thank you, David, and good day, everybody. Just to link on to what David has just said, the speakers were actually excellent. I listened, I can't listen to everybody, but listen to the colleague from Kyrgyzstan. It was actually a brilliant presentation, and his English was very good. He was very, but anyhow. So thank you, David. Thank you for the opportunity for PPP Training Online, operating from within South Africa. Thank you for the opportunity to participate in this very, very valuable conference. So PPP Training Online delivers the Certified PPP Professional Program, the courses. We also do not advertising, but we end up doing quite a bit of consulting work for the World Bank, for EIB and others. And we, in essence, from a training perspective, are focusing on developing countries. We find the biggest need from developing countries. We find, especially now with COVID and many countries wanting to sort of re-establish a growth path, are using PPPs. potentially using PPPs for their macro large projects to get back economic growth and also to deal specifically with health. From a capacity perspective, we ourselves have a number of trainers. We've got 5 experienced practitioners. So maybe just to focus on that for the moment, is we've got people that is active in the market on a regular basis. We've got people working in PPP units, being co-trainers. We've got practitioners, legal advocate based in Kenya, engineer from the DRC. So we are 100% focused on the needs of developing countries. And to close off, we have trained approximately 500 people so far since establishment, and we are delivering specialized courses. Obviously, with power being a big issue, we have done significant training for power generation, transmission and distribution, for light rail projects, for water projects, and have also embarked on an affordable housing courses. We have also developed specialized courses for schools. So maybe the message to leave you with is, could you consider embarking on further PPP training? Kindly consider PPP training online. Our information is in the booth. So welcome to visit us. Also will be available for the rest of the day. So thank you very much again to WAPPP. It is still a very good experience, and we appreciate to be able to participate. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Andre. And there's another group that we should thank profusely, and that's the PPP units who from around the world who gave really meaningful presentations today of their work. This is real work on the ground. So thank you to our PPP unit members and friends. So now we are going to thank our special technology partner, AirMeet. AirMeet's the fastest growing platform for hosting a rich variety of virtual events. I think you've all been impressed with the features that AirMeet provides. So thank you to AirMeet. Next, we have Taranza Zenith. Taranza Zenith is a professional training and advisory firm offering specialized P3 training, certification, and pragmatic solutions in the P3 and infrastructure sector. Next, we have Training Bite Size, which that's the second slide. Keep going, please. There we are. Training Bite Size is delivering accredited project and program management and IT service management trainings, including Certified PPP Professional, CP3P. Next, we have, keep going. Next, we have Infra PPP, and they're the leading online platform in infrastructure finance and investment, specializing in public-private partnerships. Next. Global Road Links is a transport consultancy that creates optimal conditions and opportunities for efficient and inclusive decision-making for road infrastructure development and investment for green economic growth at the local, national, and regional level, with an attentive eye to the public and business interest. And Sabiant is helping businesses use their data to win in the data economy. Using next generation technology and established IT best practices, they assist companies to control their technology assets, automate their processes, and transform data into a strategic asset. Founded and headquartered in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, Sabiant is now operates across the world and has assisted organizations on all continents. Please take just a moment to absorb that and think about all of these generous sponsors who sponsored either roundtables, expo booths, which were really important for the success of this. So yes, give thumbs up to our sponsors. We really do appreciate each and every one of you. Now it's my distinct pleasure to turn the ceremony over to Professor Namba of Toyo University in Tokyo. She is the WAPPP Chair of Partnerships and has really stepped up to do a fantastic job with our partners, and she has several announcements to make regarding our partnerships. So I'll hand it over to you. Thank you.
Hello, this is Namba, and this is my great pleasure to announce the partnerships amongst all the partners that they are going to present in front of them. The first partner is the CICA, Confederation of the International Contractors Association. As you may know, this is the largest contractors association among the globe, and CICA has been the co-founder of the French Association of International Legal Experts and the French government of the UNEC Specialist Center of Excellence on PPPs in Policy, Laws, and Institutions, which Marc Villet is leading. In the partnerships with CICA and WAPPP, we are expecting to have some collaborations in events, and also we are trying to have some advocacy whenever it is needed, because the CICA has been providing the largest industrial voice of the PPP and infrastructure experts, CICA. And the next is the World Business Angel Investment Forum. We are expecting with WBAF to contribute to each other, to its activity and our activities as well. WBAF is a forum of angel investors and the investment, and it helps the entrepreneurs and the businesses that has the transformational impacts. The role of the entrepreneurs is big in PPPs, as everybody knows, especially in the innovations and also the people first PPPs or the next level PPPs. So I would like to welcome Babers Alutuntas to present World Business Angel Investment Forum. So Babers, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, and all the best to everybody from Turkey. And World Business Angels Investment Forum is one of the 8 affiliated partners of the G20 Global Partnership for Financial Inclusion, GPFI. The committee is chaired by Queen Maxima of the Netherlands. Our main goal is to promote financial inclusion's importance, increase financial inclusion, promoting gender equality, easing access to finance for entrepreneurs, and promoting the importance of digital inclusion for everybody. We are giving very importance to this agreement. We believe that PPP issue will be more important in the new normal, and public and private sectors will need each other more after Mr. COVID stops traveling around the world. Thank you very much, and all the best. I think you are unmuted.
Oh, sorry for this. Thank you, Babers. Now I'd like to invite Sustainable Infrastructure Foundation, or SOURCE. SIF is organized by the multilateral development banks to create this digital platform to help project development and preparation for PPPs. Someone yesterday said that the PPPs prepare project properly or something like that, and SOURCE is a platform that can help you do that. So I'd like to welcome Pierre Sahat. Pierre, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Professor Yu, and good morning, good afternoon, colleagues. First of all, I would just like to join the previous speakers in congratulating the WAPPP for the quality of the event, both in form and content. And thanks a lot for inviting us to this session. So indeed, the SOURCE, so the platform SOURCE is a multilateral platform for sustainable infrastructure project preparation. It is a web application that is jointly led and funded by multilateral development banks. And our foundation, the Sustainable Infrastructure Foundation, which is a not-profit established in Geneva, is in charge of the development and implementation of the tool. So the main mandate of the platform, which is operated as a public good, is to support and strengthen the capacity of countries across the world for the development and promotion of well-prepared and sustainable infrastructure. So the platform has been designed to provide a standardized framework that can be adopted to the specificities and the local regulatory framework of countries, which allows to integrate and harmonize the whole compendium of international tools and standards, such as the SDGs and Paris Agreement, to facilitate the operationalization by the project teams. So Source is being used in many different countries. So 50 countries are currently using Source, and 33 governments have applied for Source to be adopted and implemented in the countries. And we are currently providing technical support to about 10 governments, including many central PPP units, to adapt and implement Source to support their process in developing better projects. So we are very pleased and excited about the upcoming collaboration with the WAPPP. We believe that the synergies are many, and how Source could leverage the global expertise of the WAPPP, and also to support the objective of supporting the development of sustainable and well-prepared projects. So we very much look forward to our upcoming collaboration. And again, we thank you for the invitation.
Thank you, Pierre. Now, I would like to move on to DRBF, Dispute Resolution Board Foundation. We are very delighted to have DRBF on our our partner, because, as we all know, avoiding the dispute in infrastructure sector, or PPP, is most important aspect in the project. So I'd like to welcome Anne Russo, Executive Director of the DRBF. So Anne, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. I'm very pleased to be with you here today. The Dispute Resolution Board Foundation is a global association dedicated to expanding the use of dispute boards for effective dispute avoidance, as well as efficient and effective cost resolution of disputes for complex projects. Now, we see this primarily in major infrastructure construction projects, but it is also extended to other sectors that have long-term contracts and complex conditions that can benefit from the unique attributes of this form of alternative dispute resolution. One focus of our strategic development plan is to identify and support best practices within the PPP space. We have a PPP task force with representatives around the world who are both public-private partnership experts as well as experienced in dispute board application. We have a number of key initiatives. On our website, we have a page dedicated to PPPs where you can find useful resources such as white papers and articles. This is also where you can download a free copy of our manual, which includes a chapter on PPP practice. The DRBF's website is drb.org. The task force is also working on recommended models for DB application, such as the preferred omnibus or single dispute board, as well as exploring the pros and cons of using multiple DBs for the various contracts within the PPP structure. The team is also developing case studies and a toolkit for practical application. Finally, we're really pleased to partner with WAPPP as a global leader in PPP development, and we look forward to new initiatives with WAPPP in the days ahead. Thank you for this collaborative approach and the opportunity to be with you here today.
Thank you, Anne. Now, I'd like to welcome UNESCAP, United Nations Economic and Social Commission for Asia and the Pacific. UNESCAP is the UN body that has been so generously helping us to connect with the UN agencies on PPP matters. So I would like to invite Alexander Kovalenko. Alex, I'm sorry for the inconvenience that we have put you in for the earlier time. And Alex, you have the floor.
Yes, thank you very much. No problem. So do you hear me well, everyone? Okay, thank you. So good evening, colleagues. It's my pleasure to represent the PPP and Infrastructure Financing Network settled at the UNSCAP. So maybe we can switch to the next slide. The network was established 3 years ago with the aim to provide a regular platform to exchange best practices, share experience and knowledge products, and provide capacity building support on sub-regional and country level. So network gathers government representatives from national PPP units and ministries, as well as public agencies, development organizations, and PPP experts. The SCAP has a serious advantage in promoting private-public partnership in the region due to its unique role as a regional think tank and most representative intergovernmental body for Asia and the Pacific. Currently, we have over 40 states as our members, and as you see from the slide, the geography is not, it's very small characters, but still, it's not limited within the Asia and the Pacific. So even if you are on another continent, you are welcome to register as a member through our web portal. One of the major activities of the network is networking itself. So for that, we conduct major biannual event which gathers experts involved in PPP development. And this is like a coincidence that next event will take place virtually on the next week. So I'm sharing the QR code on this slide with you and invite you for the last call registration for the event before 18th of June. So back to our network, it aims not just to promote PPP in traditional sense, but to enhance the capacity of member states to accelerate PPP implementation for inclusive, sustainable, and resilient infrastructure development to achieve the SDGs and Paris Agreement agenda. So having said so, I would thank WAPPP for the invitation of Eric, our project coordinator, to participate in 2 roundtables and for the enlightening program. On behalf of PPP Network, I express our willingness to cooperate further with WAPPP. Sending WAPPP and all the participants my best regards. Thank you.
Now, I'd like to present ALSF, African Legal Support Facility. ALSF is trying to collaborate with them on the capacity building issues, and they're also trying to look into the expertise that WAPPP can provide to them. And also, then now we are moving on to Institute for Sustainable Infrastructure and their Envision program. ISI, or Institute for Sustainable Infrastructure, has a great credential and rating of the sustainability and resilience, which we have been discussing for the last 2 days. I'd like to give the floor to Melissa Penicardo. And Melissa, microphone is yours.
Hi, you. Thanks so much for that great introduction, and hi to everybody else. I would also like to extend my very sincere appreciation to all of the hardworking volunteers, event sponsors, speakers, and attendees that made this fantastic conference happen. So congratulations to all involved. So yes, it's my pleasure to briefly introduce you to the Institute for Sustainable Infrastructure and our signature product, Envision. So at ISI, we imagine a world where all infrastructure is sustainable, resilient, and equitable. So to make that world a reality, we provide people with the tools, resources, and roadmaps needed to get there. So for us, and I know for all of you, better infrastructure equals a better world. So in working in partnership with our hundreds of public and private stakeholders. We help communities, businesses, and people thrive and prosper while restoring and healing the planet. Envision is a holistic framework and evaluation system that provides guidance on how to prioritize and achieve infrastructure that accomplishes many goals, including tackling climate change, addressing public health needs, cultivating social equity and justice, creating jobs and spurring economic recovery, strengthening community resiliency, promoting meaningful and inclusive stakeholder engagement, and so much more. Envision is also used to rate infrastructure projects along a spectrum of sustainability. Envision includes project assessment tools, professional training and credentialing in the use of the framework. In fact, we've trained more than 6,000 professionals in the use of Envision around the world. And we also offer third-party project verification, in addition to detailed guidance to assist in achieving our mission for sustainable, equitable, and resilient infrastructure. So I do invite you to learn more about ISI and Envision by visiting our website, sustainableinfrastructure.org, and we are really excited to continue to work with WAPPP and all of you to achieve this much needed reality. So thank you again so much.
Thank you, Melissa. Now, I would like to present Modalis. Modalis is providing consultancy in airport sector, which is one of the most active sectors in Calleja. Fernando, you have the floor. Is Fernando here?
Seems not to be the case.
Seems like, yes. Sorry, we don't have Fernando. So now we would like to move on to present FEMSIC. I'm not really sure if I can pronounce it correctly. Federación Mexicana de Colegios de Ingenieros Civiles. Engineer Oscar Coelho is going to present FEMSIC.
Thank you, and that's correct, Lenny. Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. I'm Oscar Coelho, President of the current board of FEMSIC. So on behalf of the Federation, I'm proud to mention some actions that we have made. The Federación Mexicana de Colegios de Ingenieros Civiles and WAPPP are proud to announce their partnership to bring the best management practices and tools for the development of sustainable infrastructure through public-private partnerships in Mexico. The agreement is focused on facilitating exchange of ideas, resources, management practices, and capacity training for our membership to deliver public works and infrastructure through a people-first public-private partnership model. It should be emphasized that FEMSIC is the largest civil engineers organization in Latin America and the leader in Mexico for the civil engineers professional through our network of 60 local chapters and our membership of 50,000 members. We are comparable to the American Society of Civil Engineers. In our associate members are included civil engineers involved in public agencies at local, states, and federal level. There are specialized consultants in many areas of civil engineering, from geotechnical, transportation, hydraulic, project management, and construction engineering, among others. The civil engineers from Mexico have a great opportunity and have the potential to lead and promote through our extended partnerships with many organizations at the national and international level. The delivery of the sustainable economic development through infrastructure and in line with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. I would like to conclude by saying that I'm looking forward in a strong relationship with WAPP, and also I invite you all to the following FENSIC events in our beautiful country, Mexico. Thank you so much for having me today.
Thank you, Engineer Oscar. Lastly, but not least, I'd like to present APMC International, which all of you know that provides the certification program for certified PPP professionals. So generously providing discounts for WAPP members for the certification program information. And so, as you can see, we have been very delighted to have different kinds of partnerships from the industry for impact organizations and the specialist associations and the NGOs. And as WAPP, as the association of the professionals for the PPPs and also the PPP units, we'd like to expand our partnerships. So if you have any inquiries or any interest in what we are doing and is of us to partner with you, please let us know. We are very honored to speak with you. So it was very honored to be a part of this conference and to enjoy and see the event as so well participated. As we've been discussing for last 3 days, we need to transform the PPPs to put people first and think of the values for the society and the people, especially in the projects to build back better or build forward better and gain the confidence from the public sector and the general public to make the world a better place or more sustainable, resilient, or inclusive. Thank you all for the participation, and we look forward to meeting you again soon.
Thank you very much, Professor Namba, for this beautiful closing ceremony. And this concludes our ceremony. Thank you very much for having been with us.
Thank you very much. And